The market is down, but I'm still bullish on sports cards and I've been keeping my eye on a few stars. What's going on, guys? Matt here, back again with another video. Before we start, smash the like button and hit subscribe if you're enjoying the sports card content, and comment down below who you're buying in this current dip. As you guys would have seen in my previous video, as well as 90% of the sports card content out there right now, the market on sports cards has been down in general. However, with fear comes opportunity, and I'm finally seeing some prices that I'm happy to enter in for some players that I've been keeping my eye on. Keep in mind, these aren't suggestions, but more so cards that I'm looking at for each athlete. Also not saying these are the 3 best athletes you should be buying, but relative to my situation, I don't own many, if any, cards of these athletes, so are high on my priority list. My budget for each of these 3 players is around $1,000 Aussie each, so just keep that in mind when I do highlight a card as well. As always, don't treat my word as gospel and do your own research before you purchase anything. So the first athlete that I've been keenly watching is the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Surprisingly, I've been a bigger fan of the NFL over the past 3 years than the NBA, and my interest in the NFL really started in the 2017 NFL draft. I was really involved about learning about the game and the draft process, and I pretty much watched every workout from the quarterbacks in that draft class, which included Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, and Mitchell Trubisky. It's crazy because Mahomes wasn't even the first quarterback selected in that draft class, and actually sat a year behind the Chiefs quarterback Alex Smith. I even remember watching an old Pac-Man video of him pulling a Mahomes Prism Auto Bronze Stars, which goes for around $50,000 today, and his quote when he pulled it was that he was hoping that Mahomes would start in the near future. I really don't think anyone could have predicted what Mahomes has become today. Now, this is a bit of a hot take or a big call, but let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree. But I believe Mahomes has the best potential as a young athlete to become a GOAT of his sport. There are other names out there like Connor McDavid and Luka Doncic, but I do think Mahomes is head and shoulders above them. Mahomes won an MVP in his first full year of starting, and he already has a Super Bowl to his name in his short career. He made the Super Bowl this year against the Tom Brady-led Buccaneers and lost, but I wouldn't blame him for that performance. His offensive line was decimated by a lot of injuries, and he was forced to throw with a lot of pressure. In the offseason, the Chiefs have fixed this problem by adding Orlando Brown Jr. and Joe Tooney to their offensive line. But as a player, I'd almost say he's like a Steph Curry in that he does things on the football field which shouldn't be allowed. He does no-look passes, cross-body passes, and back-foot passes with ease. In terms of his rookie cards that I've been eyeing off, the big 3 sets being Prism, Optic, and Select are the ones that I've been looking at. In 2017, all rookies in Prism were silver cards, so I do find that a little bit annoying when finding a true refractor card for Mahomes. The pop count shouldn't be relied as gospel, but I do like it as an indicator, and for Prism, he does have 3,800 on the pop report for Prism. For Optic base that year, the population count for Mahomes is just over 5,000, so I can't justify paying a high price for that card. His Select card, which features the Premier and Field levels, is the card I actually do like. This card's actually priced at the same price as the Optic and has a 1/5 of the population on the pop report. I find this quite staggering because a Premier Luka Doncic rookie goes for double the price of an Optic Luka Doncic base. Again, it's a consequence of Select football being undervalued when you compare it to Select basketball. Another card of Mahomes that I have been looking at is his Phoenix card, which is a refractor chrome looking card as well. His PSA 9 base, which is also a silver, goes for $300 to $400 US, and personally, the Phoenix set has always appealed to me visually. The pop count for the Phoenix is at 240, so nice and low, and obviously not as highly regarded as the big 3 sets, but a nice alternative. I'm personally going to be looking for a Premier, Select, or a Phoenix card for Mahomes, as I do think they provide great value versus the Prism and Optic. The second player that I'm going to be looking to pick up during this dip is Zion Williamson. Now, I do have a bit of Zion, but nothing too crazy, with a few base cards, and the nicest card being a Spectra variation, which I do have at grading. But 2 seasons in, and Zion has proven a lot of the doubters wrong with the injury risk he possessed. He was a first-time All-Star this season and improved tremendously from his rookie season, jumping up to 27 points per game. His efficiency was ridiculous at 61% from the field, and he really plays to his strengths by scoring most of his points in the paint, where he averages just over 20 points a game. Zion's playmaking ability has improved as well, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in a point forward role in the future. He's a very flashy player with his athleticism and dunks, which leads to highlight reel plays and increased hype. I've said this in a previous video, but I do think Zion is the most physically dominant athlete we've seen since Shaq in the early 90s, and he's still only 20 years old. Over the past 6 months, Zion's Prism, Optic, and Select PSA 10 cards are down just over 27%. You might be surprised by that, especially because of his season, but I do think it's a consequence of the market being smarter, as well as having a high supply of these cards. I'm still a massive fan of his Select versus his Prism and Optic for his rookie card. I think with Zion, I'm going to target a nice numbered card like the blue, which is numbered to 299, or the red, which is numbered to 199, or the white, which is numbered to 149. This will obviously run at a premium compared to the base, but I do feel comfortable spending that money with what Zion has shown. The third athlete that I'm going to be looking to buy up is the Norwegian striker Erling Haaland. I like to poke a little bit of fun at my soccer investing history, but the narrative isn't actually that bad. I had that bad by the 2014 Lionel Messi Prism, but I have done well with Phil Foden and even Timo Werner, who I got really cheaply. And now I'm deciding to roll over my profits into the 2020 Golden Boy winner. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest soccer fan, but Haaland is a player that I have been constantly watching highlights of. He's someone who's been commanding a lot of media attention and hype, and I'm willing to buy into that. His prices have fallen sharply as Borussia Dortmund's season is over, and Norway actually failed to qualify for the 2020 Euros. Haaland's also been the subject of transfer rumours, with Real Madrid currently being the favourites to win his signature for the next season. A switch to another big name club will do heaps for his cards and hopefully showcase more of his abilities. He finished the 2020 season with the most goals scored in the Champions League, and he finished third for most goals in the Bundesliga. I've been debating what card I want, as a true rookie card in soccer can be quite confusing. I've narrowed it down to 3 options, being the Topps Finest card, the Topps Champions League Refractor, and the Topps Champions League Sapphire Edition. My good friend on Instagram at masks_sportscards highlighted to me that the Sapphire actually has the RC logo compared to the other two, so a visual component that may not affect the experienced collectors as much, but more so for the new collectors that go into the hobby and see the RC logo. I am leaning towards his Topps Finest card, which has a lower pop count than the other two and does feature him in his FC Salzburg kit. But that's it for today's video. Let me know down below who you guys are buying. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the sports card content. And as always guys, I'll see you guys in future videos. Take care.